There are many twits in these tweets.
I can't wait to twiddle their tweet. I mean, wait, hold on. Hold on a minute. That's not where I was trying to go with that.
Are you sure about that?
Depends on who.
Okay, fair enough. Charlotte Gill
Nah, I can't fix
says, I don't know who she is. Are you familiar with her?
Nope.
Okay.
Just assuming.
She was just a person that showed up on my timeline, so I assume she's not a good person. Because it's Twitter. That's most of what's left there. So BBC just ran a report where it described Charlie Kirk as far right. Being a conservative Christian does not mean far right. Far right is such an extreme way to describe people. Irresponsible journalism from Sarah Smith, North America reporter.
Wait a minute. That's what you get upset by? Far right? You get upset that we described you as in a different position in the Overton window than you think you are?
Yeah, here's the thing. Like, conservative Christian doesn't necessarily mean far right.
Mm-hmm.
It is, however, an indicator. And when you have other things in this indicator, like Charlie Kirk's racism and homophobia,
like when the
and
dude says the
xenophobia,
Civil Rights Act was a mistake, that's an indicator.
That's far right. So, like, yeah, he was a conservative Christian. He was also all these other things that make him far right. Being conservative Christian does not make you a far right. It does, however, in my experience, make you more susceptible to being far right. But yeah. So it's interesting that people are trying to portray him as not far right.
Yep.
Okay, Colin Rugg.
Oh, I can't read that shit. That's tiny.
I will read it to you in my dulcet tones.
Like a bedtime story?
Yeah, like a bedtime story, except I've had a thing caught in my throat all night, so I've been coughing. I think I might be getting sick, Suris. I don't want to.
That is unfortunate.
The kids are back in school. So it's
the incubators.
Yeah. Okay, so Colin Rugg says, the night before Charlie Kirk was murdered, Erica Kirk called a friend to come over to their house and pray for Charlie after feminist website Jezebel paid witches on Etsy to curse him, according to Megyn Kelly. So that's the important thing here. So Jezebel paid witches to curse Charlie Kirk. Erica Kirk got upset by this and called a bunch of friends over to pray for Charlie Kirk against these witches who cursed him.
The witches won.
Protect him from the witches. The witches won.
Yeah, the witches won.
So prayer doesn't work, y'all. Charlie Kirk is evidence of that.
Like, it's... So
Etsy witches 1, Charlie Kirk 0. Zero.
I think it makes sense, though. Like, I've been in enough D&D campaigns to understand that sometimes the strongest spell you have access to is, I cast gun, prepare to meet God.
Blunderbust. It was a joke. Was this tweet a joke, or was the Etsy witch curse thing a joke? Because I know the Etsy witch curse thing was a joke. So we covered that last week.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm pretty sure I've seen Colin Rugg on here before. I don't think he's joking. Are we sure she didn't have them pray the curse worked? Yeah, knowing how these conservative Christian housewives are treated, that wouldn't surprise me at all. It's possible that this is a good thing to have happened for Erica Kirk. It's like, I don't know. I'm not going to speculate on that, but...
I've got a backup religion if the spaghetti fails me, I guess.
Witches 1, God 0. Okay, we've got a few from Michael Jones again. So, Inspiring Philosophy retweeted John Pavlovitz said, I am Charlie Kirk means I am a racist, homophobic, transphobic, misogynistic, anti-immigrant fascist who despises empathy. Thanks for letting us know.
Okay.
Inspiring Philosophy retweeted that and said, I am Charlie Kirk.
I guess you are then. Okay, thank you for owning it.
He's not trying to... He's not even attempting to distance himself from those things or to say that, like, no, actually, Charlie didn't stand for those things. He's just fully owning it. I mean, like, this is what I am. Now, I'm sure if he was called out to his face for this, he would not say that that's what he's saying here, but that's what he's saying here. And his replies were full of people that were displaying a lot of those tendencies and saying the same thing. So, yeah, turns out Michael Jones, not a great guy. But so this one was actually sent to me by our mutual friend, Godless Engineer.
Yay!
And he decided to turn it into a meme.
I despise empathy like Jesus did.
Yeah. So if you don't know, that's Michael Jones. That's what he looks like. But oh yeah, and I didn't even notice, but it's got the GE branding on there.
Of course.
Come on, John. You got to give me your memes not watermarked so I can claim credit for them. But yeah, so this was John. Good work, John. But then while I was I even though John sent it to me, it's a trusted source. I do still have my policy of I take my own screenshots. So I went to Michael Jones' Twitter feed to get the screenshot myself. And that's where I found this one, which is pertinent to me since I've been invited onto his channel to have a debate with him. He says, the quickest way not to have a debate with me is to try and bait me into a debate with insults and insinuating I'm scared to debate you. They were very insulting towards me in the video that they covered me on. And I don't know if they've ever said that I'm scared to debate them, but that was my prediction when I covered this when it first happened. Was that like, yeah, no, I'm not going to even respond to them. And they're just going to, like, I assume they're going to say that I'm scared to go on their channel. But like, no, this just kind of reiterates that, like, no, it's okay for me to just say no or to not say anything. But,
yay. Man, I used to have a modicum of respect for the guy.
Actually,
it feels weird.
The funniest thing, though, is that I started responding to his response to me, and I was like, I'm going to make this a series, and it's a 10-part thing, and I could make 10 videos on it, and then I could smush them all together in one of my really big Chungus cuts or whatever.
Yeah.
And it would be great. Except the first video, it bombed so hard. Nobody fucking watched that thing.
You're like, well, like, this is basic.
Like, it was...
Oh, whoa.
Like, here, I'm going to look it up on my... Okay, now, to be clear, September is a bad month for YouTubers in general. So this is, with that in mind, that's, like, knowing that this is a bad time of year. So it is, so YouTube gives you, out of the video that you just published and the previous 10 videos, it compares them, and it ranks them. This one is 10 of 10. And currently it had, just show me the list. Yeah, so it's 10 of 10 with 15,000 views. Number 9 has 17,500 views. So it's like 2,500 views lower than the next worst video from that time period. And like everything else is around 20,000. So like it bombed. Nobody watched it. And so I'm like, okay, I do want to cover the whole thing, but I don't want to kill my channel in the process. Lord of Uzkalak says, I expect most of us here watched it. Yeah, I expect that too, because you guys are the 120 people that are in my YouTube chat right now are the dedicated ones. Trace James. No, this is not me complaining that, like, oh, you guys owe me your views. You don't need to apologize to me.
I need your eyeballs, chat. Give me your eyeballs, chat. I collect eyeballs, chat.
That's the thing. You say you're a little behind in videos. Is it because it's September and you're going back to school, or your kids are going back to school, or like it's not summer vacation anymore? So even if you don't have kids, like the weather's not as nice, or you're not going out and doing things as much. So like there are reasons for a September slouch, but like that video did particularly bad because nobody wanted to watch it, and I'm just like, okay, I'm not going to kill my channel for the sake of finishing this series. So it might never get finished. I would like to finish it at some point, but I'm not going to promise anything.
Suris wanting us in the eyeball zone.
Oh my god, you guys telling me to just throw up the thumbnails if that's the easiest thing in the world to do. Yeah. It is actually fairly easy. It's just a case of browsing to the fucking folder. It was that one. And then what made it extra worse is that I responded to one part of 10 of this video, and then they responded to that in another 2-hour live stream.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't watch the whole thing. It just like it starts to drag on, and it's going to get to a point where like if I do this and they respond to me every single time, I'm going to have to respond to the responses, and like no, it's going to be a lot of work for something that nobody even wants apparently.
Fair.
But yeah. And he's not a great guy anyway, so I don't who the fuck cares what he has to say.
Thank you for the hydrate stuff, and also Tal.
So one of the things that I found interesting is that he's inspiring philosophy as his channel name. His whole shtick is getting the philosophy nitpicky stuff right, which I kind of hate that stuff normally.
Mm-hmm.
But then I saw he went to Charlie Kirk's funeral service thing. Sorry, Trump rally. He went to the Charlie Kirk themed Trump rally. And he was there with he is Michael Jones. Mike Winger. He was there with Mike Winger. The guy who, like, of all the apologists, that's the one that surprised me the most, because Mike Winger sucks at philosophy. Like, he dismissed an entire work of Nietzsche's by calling it edgy whining that is just looking for a reason to be mad at God.
I mean, to be fair, most Nietzsche is edgy whining.
Yeah, but this particular work is one that notable Christian philosophers have said was one of his most important works of absolute genius. So when the Christian philosophers are saying it's a work of genius, and Mike Winger says, oh, that's just atheist edgy whining, you don't need to listen to that.
I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I feel like the guy who's into philosophy probably shouldn't be hanging out with the guy who dismisses the philosopher who is called a genius by other Christian philosophers. But that's just what I think. I don't know. Maybe hypocrisy doesn't seem to be a problem for those on the right. Speaking of, Joey Manarino.
Mangione? Or Manarino?
Manarino. Joey Mans says, for the record, if I ever found out that Jesus Christ married a 6-year-old girl and then consummated the marriage at 9 years old, I would stop following Jesus Christ. So why in the hell do Muslims follow the Prophet Muhammad when he's a proven pedophile? Okay, so maybe not that exact scenario, but do you or do you not believe that God committed the most thorough genocide in history by wiping out everyone except for 8 people at one point? Do you, and I'm pretty sure this guy's young earth creationist, do you or do you not believe that God ordered the Israelites to commit genocide while they were conquering Canaan?
Oh, that was different. They were on their way to hell anyway.
So if I ever found out that Jesus Christ commanded or condoned genocide, I would stop following Jesus Christ. And guess what? That's exactly how I stopped being a Christian. So, yeah, sure, make it a different horrible, heinous thing if you want, but like, there's plenty of horrible, heinous things that the guy you believe in did. So I don't believe what he's saying here is my point. But yeah, no, so I don't believe that he would stop following Jesus if that came out, because he still follows Jesus when Jesus commanded or committed genocide, if you believe that Jesus is the same as Old Testament God.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I really could not do any of this without all of you. Those of you watching, and especially those of you who support me on Patreon. I wanted to go ahead and take a minute to thank all of you who do that, because with YouTube being what it is these days, I really cannot do this full time without the support from each and every one of you. Those people would be Red Joker, Purple Poundini, Jemshin, Britzkrieg, Jupe the Malignant, Michael, Ravalern, Mabbity Babbity, Astral Frontier, Tales of Atonement, Nixie Chan, Kiri Artemis, Limor Pinku, Love Bunny Games, Victorian Alchemist, I'm not saying the last part of that, and you know that, Aurora, Leela Ururaka, Arcton Arclacier, Kiratorian, Dren Hadamata, Jordan M, John L, Lord Bleck, Smiling Game Master, and Fireshard. Thank you so very much. But since you're here, why not go ahead and try watching another one? There should be one that's on the screen right now. And if you are a patron of mine, I wanted to go ahead and thank you again for all of your support. There is still a video you could press though, if you'd like. I would appreciate it. Just a little bit.